It's a Sunday, and I've been cutting grass all day, and I got a couple of cars to move. We know this one will crank up and run as long as I've got fuel in a bottle. Had to make a deal with code enforcement. Apparently, they don't like cars so close to the road, even though there's street parking, but they don't like that. So I've got to put the small cars over here. I had a dually that is now over there. So my goal is this car. I've had this car for I don't know, 2 maybe 3 years, and I've not spent more than 10 minutes with it. Um, Literally just push it around. I just haven't had time to do anything. Previous owner has got I don't even know how to open the door. Some new floor pans dropped in it. I think there's a gas tank back here. Yep, I see a gas tank right there, which tells me it's gonna have a fuel delivery issue. So I'm gonna find out where the battery goes in this bad boy. I don't know if it's under the seat or in the front because I've never messed with it. And do a IV like I do the motorcycles, and see if it will crank and actually go into gear. That way I can drive it up on the curb versus pushing it and then pushing it and running into the wall and stuff like that. Then I'll probably take the boom blam truck, hot rod, stick it over there. But in the meantime, let's move some trash cans. I got that from I don't know, I guess I can call him a buddy. He's a nice kid. I mean, we don't hang out or anything, but we made a couple of deals and I've helped him out towing a couple of cars here and there. He says it ran, but I've never checked it. Anyway, I picked it up. I was interested in it because I'd never seen one before. I had only seen convertibles. I had never seen the coupe or hatchback, the MGGT, and it come with a title. So I don't know, is that a coupe or is it a hatchback? Who knows? So let's go get a battery and see what happens. I wonder if I got a grill for it. I don't see no battery terminals here. I see a click-clacky fuel pump. And I see dirt. Stuffed the phone in my pocket, but look at the car a little bit more, and I broke my mic, so everything's gonna sound different. The mic junk anyway, whatever. All this road noise, I gotta have a mic doing videos, so I guess I'll do some research and see about getting another mic for the iPhones. Anywho, I think I'm gonna go get a jump box, crank this one up, move it, take this and push it over there, because this thing might have two 6-volt batteries in it, and I don't know if it's gonna be in the back seat, passenger seat, floorboards, trunk. I don't know nothing about these cars yet. So I want to get it away from these motorcycles because I'm fucking tired of moving these motorcycles. That one belongs to a friend that won't come get it. That one I'm just being too cheap, $500 fuel pump for it. And I bet I move them twice a week. Anywho, enough about that. Let's move the truck so I can push this over there, take all the crap out, and see if I can figure it out. Move it way over there. It is moved. Yay! LS swap potential. Anywho, now let's push that. Actually, before we push that, let's air up the tires. This is the best little handy air pump ever. I will have to admit, it's probably one of the world's most easiest cars to push. But I've never opened a passenger door, so let's see if this thing even opens. Yay! I think the battery is going to be down here. Pretty tight, pretty tight. What is that? Back seat? What is that? I don't know. MG floor mat. MG floor mat. Let's open the trunk. Is it even open? Is it with a key? Do I have a key? I don't know if I even have a key. Oh, yay, it's unlocked. Oh, snap. Will it stay? I think it's staying. I don't know. I keep hitting the off button on the phone. Is there a key? Is there a switch? I don't see no key. I don't see no ignition switch. I don't know. Whatever. I'll figure it out later. Let's finish emptying it out. Alright, what I should do is wait till it starts raining to start the project, but whatever. So we got a driver's floor pan, passenger floor pan, and a trunk floor pan. Brand new gas tank. How about that? British green? Imagine that. Not British green. All these goodies that go with it. Seats, back seats, door cards. Anyway, it looks like it was a 2 6-volt battery system. So now we can just see if it's so it's going to be 12, but see what kind of battery I can fit or charge the jump box up. See if I can get her to spin after I figure out ignition. Guys, when I tell you this thing's hit me in the head at least 15 times, I'll admit I'm a little slow and I should have put the stick up before I started loading it back up. Alright, so absolutely no key. I've got the jump box on charge and I broke out my power probe. I'm gonna see there's only 4 wires on that switch, 3 wires. So it should be pretty self-explanatory. There should be power coming in, power accessory, and power to start and delay. So maybe one jumper wire and the power probe juicing it for starter. We'll see, but in the meantime, I'm gonna pack up this stuff so it doesn't get wet on the next round of rain since it finally dried off. And then I'll worry about fuel and spark. Here we go. Attempt number 1. Got the jump box hooked up. Doing a sniffer test. I don't see no smoking. Don't smell anything burning yet. So let's put the power probe to it and check see if we got power to that ignition switch. Alright, I'm sitting in here now and I should have went and looked up a wire harness diagram, schematic, but I did not. Anyway, nevertheless, jump box is still hooked up, it's still turned on, and power probe is hooked up. You know what a power probe is? It's basically a glorified digital test light that has a fuse in it, so you can ground circuits, and you can what's the word? Polarity. You can give shit power. So, for example, I'm gonna guess this big white and red bastard should have voltage. It is not. That does not. That's the one. Alright, so purple, like a boat, has got voltage. That's grounded, so one of these is going to be the start, and one of them is going to be accessories. That's the start, and that's going to be accessory. Sounds like a stuck motor to me. Alright, let's go grab a wrench and pull some spark plugs and lubricate some cylinders. Something I normally do when cars have been sitting forever. Pull the plugs, put some marble mixture on, let them sit for several hours, sometimes overnight. But because this kid told me he heard it run, and it wasn't that long ago, I didn't expect the motor to be locked up. Hey, there's one of my old cars. Customers coming by to say hello. Anywho, let's pull these plugs off and douse them cylinders and let them sit for a little while, and then we'll rock this thing back and forth and see if we can break them loose. Don't need a lot, just an ounce or two, but for good measure. We're gonna add some different flavors to it. That way she stinks real bad when we get it going. Okay. Now, let's pack these seats up, let this thing sit for a couple hours, and we'll see if it helps. Overnight usually, but I got other shit to do. Maybe overnight, we'll see. I don't know. If I move it, means I gotta push it. If I push it over there, I'm not gonna work on it for a while. So why I'm motivated, I don't know. Who knows? Let's see. We'll find out. Back at it today. It's about lunchtime on the next day. We've let it sit overnight with the lube in it. And again, I don't have a key. So the crank nut is by the frame, so I can't get a socket on that crank nut to rotate the motor back and forth. So we're gonna put this thing in gear and tug on it a little bit. See what happens. I took and I put a line on that with a marker on the belt, so we want to see that belt move. Yay! Good. All right. Now I should be able to go get the jump box and duplicate what I was doing yesterday with success. So let's go do that. Get a little piece of paper down because I don't want to waste the towel to catch some of the fluid that's in the cylinders if I'm successful. So let's get to it. Stop beating around the bush. See if it actually works. Oh man, again everybody, I'm sorry for the road noise. Alright. Jump box is hooked up. Nothing smoking, nothing arcing. If I remember right, it was the bottom one. So when I energize that, it should start the motor over. Oh, let's take it out of gear. There we go. I have no clutch pedal at the moment, so got to deal with that later. Anyway. It's working. The motor is spinning over. That's good enough. Alright, put the jump box back in charge. Put the spark plugs back in. Go get a jumper wire to go from there to there. That should energize the system. Let's see if we get a spark. Actually, we'll test spark before we put spark plugs back in. So jumper wire. I can leave the jump box right there. Yeah, jumper wire. Be right back. I bet I have 15 of these hanging around somewhere, and I can't find none of them. So I had to go to the car store, get a pack. Because I didn't feel like making some. And when I do make them, I like to use alligator clips. Kind of like these are. Humid today, y'all. See, I'm getting a little shiny. And it ain't even really hot. It's just humid. Anyway, let's hook this wire up, and then I'm going to set the camera up front. Appreciate you. I'm not trying to film or nothing. Anyway, I'm going to set the camera up front so you guys can tell me if I got spark. And we're going to try it 2 different ways. And just to show you my jumper wire setup, going from the power in to what is going to be accessory, and that third wire is like the start delay when you turn the key. I think I've said this before already, but anyway, I'm just making sure I'm not grounding these leads on anything else. So now when I turn the key, the whole car should be energized. When I turn the power on the jump box, the whole car should be energized. But hit that dang button again. Let's do a spark test. Here we go. Oh, I got a light on the dash. Alright. Sweet. Nothing smells funny. Okay, I'll set up the camera so you guys can tell me if we got spark or not. Okay, I think the camera's set up. And of course the gallopiness, because only one plug is in, so it's only got compression on the one right now versus the others. Alright, let's rewind the footage and see what the function's back out. Alright, no spark. Zero, nada, none to be had. Did not see any spark on the video. So now we need to see where the coil is, which is right here. See if it's got power when I jump my little thing. If it does, then the next thing would be to pull the cap off, check the points. I'm sure this thing's got points, and go from there. Probably have to take the points, more than likely. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Then we'll, if I got points doing points things, then it'll probably be the coil if it's got power. But there's a way to test that. It's got windings inside to help make spark. Alright, let's grab that power probe, come over here and do things. We have voltage on this terminal, going to the coil. So let's pop off this and look for issues. Alright, electronic conversion. Great. That's super. So that means there may be some other issues and or a switch in there somewhere. Alright, I'm walking back into the shop to grab my other jump box. See my stuff. So in my experience with those aftermarket electronic ignitions, Spectronics and whatever, if the voltage is not spot on perfect, it's not going to fire. So I'm going to add another jump box to it because I don't have a battery hooked up to it, and that old jump box is super old. I've got one of these little light digital ones right here being charged up, so I'm going to charge it for a few more minutes, go back out there, add this to it, because these things work really good, probably catch fire, we'll see. And then check for spark again, because I've just seen where they won't spark, and it's hooked up, it's wired up to the coil and everything, and I had voltage to the coil. I only had 10 volts to the coil, so that might have been the issue. Anyway, let's go try it one more time. I just put everything back together. Also, I've noticed sometimes in the past, when you do things like that with electronic stuff, you want to make sure all those spark plug wires are grounded. Being put the plugs back in them and then ground the plugs, or put everything back together, because if not, you can burn up CDI boxes and all kinds of other random electronic goodness stuff. So I'm gonna put the plugs on the end of the wires, ground those, and we'll do this test one more time. Try this again. Survey says we have spark that time. Proper voltage, people. It makes a difference. All right, let's put the spark plugs back in and go get some fuel. See if we can get the fire over. That'd be nice. got these set up. Don't have any throttle. This is my kill switch. This is the starter switch. Wow, that thing ran very, very well and very, very real. Good thing we got it spin over 50 million times earlier, so we had a little bit of oil circulated. Was not expecting that. Nice. Well, I did that because I had the throttle going the wrong way. So, live and learn. Let's try it again. Live and learn. I can't believe you fired up that quick though. There you go. Burger, that was good. How about that? Alright everybody, that's the end of this video. I'm happy. It's not going to be drivable obviously because of no brakes, no clutch, but at least now I know it's got a really good motor, man. It runs really, really good, surprisingly. Might do something with it in the future, doubt it, probably just trade it, sell it, something like that. It's not my thing. Not my thing. I don't feel like trying to figure out how to do a master cylinder, all that other good stuff. I'm trying to talk over here. Anyway, it does have a title, 69 MG GT. Here we go. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.